What's up, guys? Now, as you may or may not know, there's a rumor floating around that Capcom is working on Marvel vs. Capcom 4. So I thought today it would be fun to make a list of the 6 things that I want to see from Marvel vs. Capcom 4. So the first thing is more classic, obscure Capcom characters. Now, they did a pretty amazing job with this in Marvel vs. Capcom 3. We got characters like Amaterasu, Phoenix Wright, Arthur from Ghosts and Goblins, and I think one of the most entertaining things is seeing how they take these characters that are in really fun games, but they're not really in games that are about action or combat, and seeing how they can turn them into fighting game characters. It shows a lot of creativity, so I hope we get to see more of this in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 if it exists. The number 5 thing I want to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is a real story mode. There's so much potential for amazing story when combining these two super varied universes. I want to see what they could do with a full-fledged story mode like we've seen in games like Mortal Kombat or even Street Fighter V, something with cinematics, something with a lot of flavor. I want to see how these characters interact, see these rivalries come to life. I think it could be really awesome. Marvel vs. Capcom 3 didn't have a ton of single-player content. That was actually one of the biggest problems in the game, so I'm hoping that they'll turn it around in 4 because that would definitely be something awesome. The number 4 thing I would like to see from Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is some different Darkstalkers characters. You know, we've seen Felicia and Morgan in pretty much every game. There's been some variation, like we got Anna Karis in Marvel vs. Capcom 2 and Shenko in Marvel 3, but I want to see some of the guys we haven't seen yet, like Jeddah, Lord Raptor, you know, Sasquatch. That would be so cool. You know, John Talbane. There's so many interesting choices that we haven't seen yet in a Versus game. So that's something that I hope they'll pull out for Marvel vs. Capcom 4. The number 3 thing I would like to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is a more strict combo system. Now, one of the best things about the Marvel vs. Capcom series is the crazy things you can do with the combo system, but I think they went a little bit too far with Marvel 3. There were too many touch of deaths, too many endless combos that seem like they just go on forever. I want a little bit more variation, a little bit more of a reset-oriented game like Marvel 2, so hopefully they'll make it a little bit harder to kill characters off of one touch in Marvel 4. The number 2 thing I would like to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is the return of my favorite character, Sentinel. How can you not love Sentinel? He is so cool. He's a giant robot. He can fly all around the screen. He's deceptively fast. I would love to see him return in Marvel 4 and maybe be a little less crappy than he is in Marvel 3. You know, he's just such a unique playstyle that you don't really see in any other fighting game, and I think he's awesome. So I would love to see the return of Sentinel in Marvel 4. And the number 1 change I would like to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4 is the removal of XFactor. There's nothing more frustrating than when you're completely dominating the other player, and then all of a sudden they activate XFactor and make a huge comeback. Now, I'm not against comeback mechanics in general, I just think XFactor is a little bit too strong. I would like to see them come up with something else to kind of add some tension and excitement to the game. So guys, that's the list. Please let me know in the comments what you would like to see in Marvel vs. Capcom 4, if it actually exists, that is. So as always, thank you very much for watching, and have a good one.